In the wake of the deadly massacre in Orlando, the president of the local Islamic community is asking the public not to jump to conclusions.
I want to also caution many in the media from rushing to judgment and from, sensationalizing the story. We should all wait till facts come out from the investigators. As a nation, we need to look at this issue of mass shootings.
Imam Musri, one of many who immediately put the blame on gun violence. But is this reaction avoiding the real root of the problem?
Here to weigh in, former Florida Congressman and Fox News contributor Colonel Allen West. Thank you so much for being with us so early. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure to be with you, Abby and Heather.
So we can have this debate about guns, and I think as a country we've been having this debate. If it weren't guns involved, it could be explosive vests, as we saw in Paris, right? It could be homemade bombs, as we saw in the Boston bombings. Is this where we should be talking? Is this what we should be talking about at the moment, gun control?
No, we should not be talking about gun control. We should be talking about the ideology, the motivation behind this attack. Look, at 9/11, they used box cutters in Moore, Oklahoma, where a woman was beheaded and another one was about to be beheaded at a chicken processing plant. That was with a knife. So I don't know why we continue to listen to these individuals, such as this Islamic Center leader, who always come out and talk about calm, peace, and tolerance. We know the facts. We know what has happened. The evidence is very clear. And when you think about the fact that just north of Orlando in Sanford, Florida, there was an imam that was hosted there recently, 2 months ago, that talked about killing of homosexuals and gays. Why is that Islamic Center, why is that mosque still allowed to be in existence and to host someone like that?
And not only,
we should be investigating.
Yeah, and not only that, those videos that you're just talking about are all over social media. They're online. You can find them through Google searches, find them on Facebook, links to it through Twitter. Why is that allowed?
Well, it's allowed because we have devolved into this situation of political correctness, where if you stand up and you say something, then you get called xenophobic, you get called Islamophobic. When I think about the Council for American Islamic Relations, who came out and made their statement yesterday, that's the same organization. That's an unindicted co-conspirator in the largest terrorist funding trial in the United States of America, the Holy Land Foundation, and that is also the organization that was responsible for forcing the FBI and also the Pentagon for changing their training manuals when it comes to Islamic jihadism. So when you talk about why the FBI did not pursue it, look at an organization like CARE, look at what they have done in influencing the Obama administration to change our process and procedures.
Over the past 24 hours, we've learned a lot more about the suspect. We're continuing to learn more about his history, about his past, about threats that have been made, about abusing his ex-wife, a number of things that we're hearing that obviously are serious warning signs. He was on the radar, was interviewed by officials twice, was let go. Was this a failure by the FBI to let him go, given how much we now know about his past?
Well, one of the things, I have some dear friends still back down in South Florida and the law enforcement agencies, and they have been severely hamstrung. They have been severely constrained because of organizations that have been able to change those processes and procedures. Just think about this. If you say the word profiling, then all of a sudden that's a dirty word, when actually what we should be doing in good law enforcement, just the same as intelligence gathering, is trend analysis. So we should have been looking at someone such as Mr. Mateen, and he should have been red flagged. He should not have been able to go out and purchase firearms. As a matter of fact, his association with that American-born suicide bomber who blew himself up in Syria, that should have caused us major concerns, but once again, it gets dismissed.
Thank you so much for joining us. Definitely some great insight for us this morning.
Thank you.